Cross Station, Pentonville Road.
There's the new Elizabeth line. We just got off at Dean Street, and now we're gonna head down to MacCulloch Wallace and Berwick Street. Berwick Streets. Here we have another shop where you can get some trimmings and some sewing stuff. Now we're having at Poland Street here, and on this street we have MacCulloch Wallace. Great trimmings. Got lots of wool. That looks great. Wow, I'm gonna have a look at that. It's a fabric and furs and leathers and my place where I want to go is downstairs. Speaking a bit quietly. Here we go. And here's where you can find lots of different colors of silk thread for your buttonholes. Oh, I love this. This is great. This is something I could really use actually, just for $14.99. It's not bad. These are the colors I want to choose. What's the brand? Okay, cotton for quilting. So this stuff looks interesting. Just this. It is relatively thin though. Then we have also these. We also have these here. Do not see a price, but then we have more over here. We have these. This looks more like a cotton. Okay. This is thread, regular threads. This is like a very matte one. This is beautiful. You can see it's like a very matte type of thread. This is for the gimp. We can use one of these here. This is not a very thick one though. It's like a cottony. Yeah, it's like a heavy cotton. It's not my favorite to use. I like to use the heavier stuff, but
no problem. The ones I found, I can't believe somebody has managed to get home without. Yeah, they were a little bit sort of camouflage. Some of us have taken them off to read them over or something. Anyway, yes, they're not good.
so this is kind of what the gimp, really nice thick gimp could look like. This is a very heavy one, but this is also not the correct one. It's like a string. But we're looking for something that's a bit wiry like this. Unfortunately we do not have it here, but what we do have is we have another type of gimp. And now I'm gonna look at this kind of thread, which is not a thread, it's kind of like a wiry type thing that's very thick. This is not usually done for buttonholes, but I took a sample just to try at home to make very big buttonholes, so we'll have a go at that. This is kind of like the ideal thickness of the gimp that I'm looking for. but it has no wire in it, and this is kind of a bit waxy. Here you have your wax thread, gimbal, tailor's chalk, very important. And this is what you need for making some buttonholes.
So I think they want the difference between
the
thread.
We only do the 120s.
We only do
Got my MacCulloch Wallace shopping done here, now heading over to Oxford Circus. Very happy to get all that I need for the new buttonholes. And then I'll show you how they're done in different sizes. UAL right here is exactly a 7-minute walk from Berwick Street and from MacCulloch Wallace. Super easy to get to everything. And right down here is Bond Street, and that's where you're going to find Savile Row. Savile Row is the street of bespoke tailors. So here I'm going to show you what I got from MacCulloch Wallace. First of all, I got this. So this is a hole puncher. So in order to punch holes into your fabric that are nice and neat, this is a really great tool. You can adjust with the millimeters, so the size. So I'll be demonstrating that at one point, how to use that to punch holes. You can do it through leather, you can do it in all sorts of fabric. It's really great. I also got an awl, spelled AWL. This is basically to punch through the fabric where it doesn't leave a hole, but it just like separates the threads. So that I can put through the gimp. I also got all these colors. So these are wonderful silk threads, and these are from a really nice brand. It's a small brand as well. These are really hard to find. So the only place where I found silk thread is MacCulloch Wallace. So that's really great. Here you can see MacCulloch Wallace. So this is from London. And I got all these colors because I'm going to be trying them out, and also for different jacket colors as well. So I'm very excited to use those. I also did search for gimp. So basically it's very hard to find gimp in a thickness that I want. I did show you in the shops that they had gimp, but it's just like the thread. It's not really with the wire inside. This is not the proper gimp either. So basically what I'm looking for is this kind of wiry thread, let's say, thread with wire inside, but this is far too thick. I got it just as a sample because I'm going to make a sample of a very big buttonhole, just to see what it looks like. But the ideal gimp is something that's much thinner than this. You can go online on MacCulloch Wallace and you can order all these colors, and there were much more colors as you saw in the video. Basically what you do is you need like the reference of the color, and it's a little bit difficult to find the correct color when you're just looking at a screen. It's obviously much better if you can see it in person, but you can definitely order it from MacCulloch Wallace. There's obviously a little shipping fee. I think it's £20, but you could it's all written on the website. And each of these is, I think, £2.75 per silk thread, which is pretty decent. So that's why I got quite a few right now.
So I think they want the difference between
the
thread.
We only do the 120s.
We only do